And let me start the club.
Or you start it and can you ping me in, or how do you do that?
Let's see.
I know. I'm like, okay. So let me go. Oh shit. I don't know. I'm pushing buttons. I don't know.
What happened to the... Okay, here we go. We're on, I believe.
I don't see where we get to start the room. Wait.
Oh, you have to do it.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, because it's on your Beyond for Body. So you have to go on Clubhouse and do it.
Hold on, wait, I got it. It says it lost my Facebook stuff. So let me get back onto the FB. Hi everyone. I don't know who we're live with, but
so is this on
and I don't see how to get into the Clubhouse room. I'm on your profile.
No, it's your Clubhouse room with the Beyond a Body for Awareness.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
because I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to mine, so we'll just do yours.
Well, that one's for like next week, I think.
Oh, can I start the room?
Are you there? Yeah, we'll see.
Because I don't know what happened, because I did do it.
Okay, let's see if we
Okay, I'm gonna start a room.
See, mine says it's like the 20th. Yeah, you start it, and let me see if I could get in there. And ping me in. Let me see if I could get in. Don't we love technical fun stuff in... I love it. I love it so much. Okay. All right, so we're just going to play this for a second. Now, can you hear that?
Yep.
I wake up every day feeling good. I wake up every day feeling good. I wake up every day feeling good. Everything is as it should be. Everything is as it should be. Everything is as it should be.
We're getting it together.
I wake up every day feeling good. I wake up every day feeling good. I wake up every day feeling good. I wake up every day
All right.
feeling good.
I think we're there.
Did you get the thing?
As it should be. Everything is as it should be. Everything is as it should be. I wake up every day happy, healthy, well. Happy, healthy, well. Happy, healthy, well. Happy. I wake up every day happy, healthy, well. Happy, healthy, well.
Come on.
Happy, healthy, well.
Is it on my Facebook too?
Good. Every day. Feeling good.
I don't see it popping up on my Facebook.
Every day. I'm feeling great, yeah. Every day. I'm feeling good.
I don't know. And now, of course, my phone isn't like even letting me. Oh, there it goes. There you go. Yay! I got it. I got ping. I think I'm there. Yay!
I don't see you on my Facebook.
Oh shoot! It just said go. Oh, it just. Let me see. There we go. You got to turn down all your volumes on all the other ones. Yay! Okay. Yeah, so my computer speaker is the only one that's up.
Okay. And I have my computer turned all the way down, but the Clubhouse is up. Oh gosh.
Okay, so see, you got to turn down Clubhouse. You can only have one speaker on.
I think that's yours now, because one of mine is muted. Yeah, my Clubhouse is muted.
But see, you got to be able to have. You got to be able to go live on here, and there. So did I go? So one of them has to go down. Yay! We're gonna figure this out. Okay, am I on Facebook now? Because I'm showing that we are going on Facebook. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Let's just reset. We're just gonna take a breath here, and we're gonna put this back on. Because why?
Yeah, let's reset.
Every day.
I don't see it on my.
Every day I'm feeling great.
I wake up every day feeling good. I
Wake up every day feeling good. Wake up every day feeling good.
Oh, okay. That's why. Okay, I'm not tagged. Let me tag myself.
Everything is as it should be. Everything is as it should be.
Oh, no, you have to tag me in Facebook.
Okay, are we good now?
Yeah, you have to tag me in Facebook.
Oh, and how do I do that?
Like add me in it so that my viewers can come in and see it.
All right, well, let me try and get on the FB.
Yeah, all you have to do, this one's easy. All you have to do is just add me in the live video. So it's on your profile, but you have to add.
Okay. See, sweet. Then you could tell me how to do
so then all of my people too can see it and be able to.
Yes. Okay, so I am in my. So are you in the root cause one? Because it should be going through live through.
No, it's going live through your Trey Urban.
Okay, yeah, it's actually probably doing both. Okay, I see the live here. So then, because it should be going through live. Oh, there you are.
No, it's going live through it and then tag me in it.
Doing both. Okay, I see the live here. So then, because it should be going through live. Oh, there you are.
No, it's going live through it and then tag me in it.
Okay, I see the live.
Oh, I think we need to decide which one we're gonna have the audio on because I have my Clubhouse muted and turned all the way down, but I have the computer up and you have it reversed. So we should probably pick. So do we want to be?
Worked perfect. So I had StreamYard volume, so I could hear you through the computer, and then I had these ones, the phones turned down. Hey, are we on IG? Do we want to get on IG?
So I should turn. First, I feel like we should figure out which ones we're gonna do because I can't hear you. I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
This one turned up, but the other one turned down.
And I'm on Clubhouse. Hey, Clubhouse people. So usually what I do is I keep my headphone in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, for the phone with Clubhouse, and I just leave the volume always on because then it will only hear when I talk anyway. And I don't have any background noise, but that's just, I'm able to do that so that I could talk. But then I don't have to worry about the back feed or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
From so the other headphones. Yeah. So I could hear you perfectly fine on, which is really most important because we need to be more focused on the live stream than on Clubhouse. And so if you're able, especially because if you're in a place where you're quiet, just leave your mic unmiked on Clubhouse.
Okay.
And then,
just do it. Okay. So are we good right now?
Yeah. And I don't hear no feedback, and I could hear you perfectly.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, we'll do that. It works. Okay, now for the Facebook. Were you able to tag me in the Facebook?
Oh wait, we have some people on the FB and stuff. Hey, you guys out there, are you guys hearing feedback? Are you guys hearing double voices? Can you guys put in the chat if you guys hear things, or can you guys hear okay? Because we want to hear it. We're ready to laugh it up because every day wake up feeling good.
Were you able to tag me in the Facebook?
Nope. Because then what happened? I would have to do that before or after. Let me try and do it from my phone. Because see, what's happening now is when I do
if I can just share it from your profile so my people can see it.
Okay, and then I'm seeing if I can edit it, but it's kind of not letting me.
Let me see. No, I just reposted it, so they should be able to, if they see it on my profile, if they want to go on and listen to what we have to say. Okay, cool. They're fine. We're good. We're good. So they should be able to, if they see it on my profile, if they want to go on and listen to what we have to say.
Yeah. Now my beautiful sister friend Nicole's out there. Hey you guys, hey Chris Adrian. Yeah.
I'm
exactly.
Hearing it repeat.
Okay, because you know why I had on the freaking Facebook. I was trying to get on, but either way, hey y'all, we're we're so glad to see you. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, we just got done resetting because we are learning how to play with multi-streaming devices, y'all. We got IGA over here, we got Clubhouse over here, we got StreamYard going to YouTube, Facebook, all over the place. Hi, Nikki. Okay, good. They could hear us good. Okay, girl. Okay, so y'all, this is Trey coming at you with some Trey Talk on a Wednesday, having some fun with some laugh and learn lunch with Miss Tiffany Renee. And you guys, I am so grateful that you guys just bear with us because, you know, we be rolling with it. We be rolling with it and trying to do our, we're going to get this though. God, it's getting better and better every time.
Please.
Yes. So I'm an alternative health specialist. I am an energy master, and I'm an internationally known medicine woman. I love, love, love empowering people with wisdom around their mental body, their emotional body, their physical body, so they can clean it up and make room for that spiritual body to download whatever is going to move you into a thriving life. And this is beautiful, Tiffany. Tiffany, you go, girl.
Yes. So, hi, I am Tiffany Renee. I am an online health coach for women entrepreneurs, teaching them how to integrate a healthy lifestyle through with their busy schedule as well. Oh, look at that! That's so cute. And I also am getting ready to open up a juice bar in 2 months. So that's coming along. I am just all around into health and wellness and being able to serve people with these gifts.
Yay. So, you know, this is my girl. Hey, Mr. Beeler over there on Clubhouse. We're so glad you guys are joining, hitting us up for our TNT lunch. We're so glad, but we're getting this smooth. So you guys, we're going to get better and better. We're refining every week. So amen. Hallelujah. Okay, Miss Tiff, what you got for us this week? Because the ball was in Tiff's court. I go, you bring us a topic. What are we going to talk about today?
So I'm sure you'll be able to what is it called? Like feed off of each other? Yeah, feed off of each other. But I was in the shower. I've been thinking about like, what are we going to talk about? And nothing really came to me. But when I was just in the shower.
Shower's the download place.
Something hit me. And I'm like, this would be so awesome to just give kind of like this analogy and really break it down for people about why it's important to focus on their health. So I'm going to start with just like, there's nothing on this earth and there's nobody on this earth that will work as hard as your body to keep you healthy. There's no supplements, there's no massages, facials, your lover, your friend, nothing can pour into you how your body pours into you. Your body is working 24 hours a day nonstop to keep you healthy, to recover you if you fall and scrape your knee, to heal it super fast, to give you energy, to tell you when you're tired, to if you're sick, to be able to attack the virus and the germs and the bacteria. Like, your body works so hard. And I wanted to give this because I think it'll break it down for people even more. So I did the math on how hard my body has been working from the time I've been born.
Oh, shoot.
Literally. Okay, so if our bodies
and how did you get these stats, girl? Did you
I did the math. I'm a math whiz.
Okay, well, I was just curious because I don't know. And you know, you gotta let me know how to do stuff.
You'll get it when I say it.
All right.
So if our bodies are running 24 hours a day, nonstop, 365 days in a year, that means our body is running 8,760 hours a year nonstop. Now I'm 24, so I times 24 by how many hours that our body is running every year, because I'm 24 years old, and my body has ran 210,240 hours for my lifespan so far. So that's almost 250,000 hours my body has ran for me.
Jesus.
You can't even like put that into like perspective. Almost 250,000 hours my body has ran for me. So like, even if you have no motivation or any other reason to take care of your body, just think about it like that. Like, your body is working so hard every single day to keep you running, like whether you're consciously thinking about it or not. Like, and the only time, and it's just so crazy because the only time that we really are conscious and appreciative of how hard our body works is when we're sick.
It's broken.
When we're sick, right? Instead of like thinking about it every single day and being conscious and aware of that, like, your body is going so hard for you every day. So the least you could do is help make it easier for your body. Like, So that's just like what I came with while I was in the shower. I was like exfoliating today, and I was just like, and I'm like, whoa, that just hit me. And I think that if I put that in perspective for people, that it'll make them be able to appreciate how hard their body works and keep that in perspective. So even when you're eating like your lunch or your breakfast or putting different drinks into your body, you're more aware of that. Like I am a complete believer in having everything in moderation is fine, because I still eat my sweets, I still have my wine, my drinks. I am never giving that up.
Yes.
But I will make sure that I'm aware that I'm putting mostly what I'm putting into my body is helping my body and healing it and working with my body instead of against my body. So
exactly.
That's what I have.
And you know what's amazing is, okay, so have any of you in the audience out there ever heard of the book called it's the number 4 blood types, no, 4 diets for your blood type? So what they determined is that, you know, there's A, there's O, there's, I think, B, there's like primary blood types. And so one of the things that this book discovered, or not the book discovered, but that they wrote about after doing lots of studies, is that each blood type has uniqueness in what their body can tolerate and not tolerate. So I love the point that you're making, that really, when you are ever looking outside of yourself for your healing, for your empowerment, you are looking in the wrong place, because that person outside of you does not have your unique recipe. They probably don't have your same blood type. They might have your same blood type, but even within that, when you know on a physical quantum physics level that you were born with portion. So, okay, so half of you is a quarter of your father and a quarter of your mother. And it is not just their blood. It is their mental thoughts. It is what they were most focused on at the time when you were born. That's the energy, what they were emotionally feeling at the time. Were they young? Were they stressed? Were they older? Were they at peace? Whatever. All of this makes up the person that you are, your unique self. And this is why siblings go, well, you got a different mom than me, or you're so different, or whatever, because no parent, no person is the exact same a year later, 2 years later, what they're thinking about, what they're feeling, what they're experiencing. So you're getting a whole different recipe of mental, emotional, and physicalness, in addition to your DNA, your blood. And natives believe you get 7 forward and 7 back. And this is how, because from those portions of your mother and father, there's a fourth of their parents and a fourth of their parents, which is, you know, you break it down into the quarters. And this is why when you let indigenous energy healers fix you, it not only helps you, but it goes 7 forward and 7 back, so that it gets hit. People feel it. How do I know? Because I practice this, I do it. And okay, so let me tell you, my sister, total Christian, you know, and she's walked that path for many, many years. And, you know, Christians aren't really taught to really subscribe to native or energy work, or kind of things that are outside of the Bible. So, you know, she's supportive of me as a sister and what I was going through in my healing process. But that part of her was like, I don't want to play around with that. I don't want to play around with that. You know what I mean? And so then when I started getting healings done, I was like, and I would just be like, yo, sis, last night there was this mad energy worker, or there's this native who did this. And oh man, this guy from Australia who practices with the pygmy guys did this crazy stuff with me. And then she was like, oh my gosh, I felt something. I swear I felt something. And she was like, from now on, whenever you get work done, can you please let me know in advance, because whatever. And then like another time my daughter called me, she was like, Mom, I don't feel right. I feel really weird. And it was the next day after I had another, what they call a generational healing done. And she was like, Mom, I don't feel right. And then I told her, I got some work done last night. And she was like, because she gets all.
You say 7 forward and 7 backwards. Can you explain that more for people who may not understand that?
So, okay. So again, going back to our embodiment includes aspects of the mental body, the emotional body, the physical body, in addition to spiritual aspects, right? So this includes generational gifts, like for instance, intuitiveness or empathicness, or some people carry healing medicine, like Reiki to some people is natural and organic. They don't have to go to no school to learn how to do Reiki, right? So when you do an indigenous healing, it includes sound and usually like extraction and energy, because all is energy. And when you learn to read energy, then you could follow the energy through different paths, and those paths lead through your parents, through generational. So those intuitive people like me who are super psychic and super I've practiced and rehearsed and fine-tuned that muscle so that I could read the energy, and then I follow where it goes. And then sometimes it leads to trauma from the parents or the grandparents, or sometimes a lot of us, especially who have African Americans who have been enslaved, indigenous peoples who have been tortured, genocide, and enslaved, like all of these people, this is a generational trauma that can move forward and does through your timelines, through which is why some of us feel that feeling so strong of whatever, like that we don't want to be wronged, or we're ready to really make things right, or we got that fight or flight feeling. And this is what comes when you do healing. So when you do energy healing or this type of work, it goes to whatever's first off is seeking its freedom, because all is energy, and whatever's coming up for healing is already laying at the top of your skin. Like you said about exfoliating, it's ready. It's, you don't even have to. And this is what I love about energy healing, is like, you don't have to talk about what happened. You don't have to bring up the past. But if you are troubled by a moment of impact, it's sitting there waiting to heal. So when you do the energy work with some sound, some rattles, some drums, you got some sage, you got all of these different tools that help extract and help it to move, then those things leave forever. They don't come back. Those traumas, they leave forever. And people who have an energy session with me, they will never be the same. I have so many testimonials. Go to my website and look at all the things. Change. They became so empowered, because whatever it is, it just like helps release that trauma, the pain, the fear, the whatever that may be yours, and it may not be yours, because it may have come just like your curly hair, just like your eyes, just like the beautiful curves of your face. Yo, you're getting everything. You're getting emotional trauma, you're getting mental trauma, but you're also getting whatever they were thriving about. So like when I know that my mom was getting her life on, or wanting to get her life on when she got pregnant with me, that's why I'm like, so I want to get things done. I want to do big business. I want to go big or go home, right? And so this is what I say when I'm like, there's a 7th generational healing forward and back, because all of that is running through your system. You were born into it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes. I hope people are really listening to that and taking what you're saying, because this stuff is serious. It really runs your life. Like, I don't think people understand the depths of how your mind works. Like, I think they said like 95% of everything that you do throughout a day is subconsciously. So it's things that you already believe, that are genetically like neurology, however you say that word, like ingrained in you. Like, so only 5% of what you do is like you actually consciously choosing to do that. Everything else is literally subconscious. So you have to do a lot of mental and emotional and spiritual work to be able to overcome those things and live your best life.
That is why people keep, and this is why I always am talking to people about symptoms. Everybody and all these Western medicine, these people keep addressing these symptoms, but these symptoms are coming from the root. It is coming from an emotional trauma, a mental trauma, or something that like I said, your parents or grandparents or something else went through. And that's why people are always like, oh man, you're afraid just like your mom. Your mom was all scared, or these types of things that come through. And it's so funny. So my kids, I call them sperm donor. my first husband, I had all my kids from him. And then, he just disappeared. And then I got hooked up with the next guy and married him. And he was my 36-year marriage. But it was like, so these kids didn't see their dad. They weren't raised by him or nothing. But yet, oh my God, they, like my boys, they would put the cigarette hanging out of their mouth just like he did. Like in so much crazy weirdness. And I was like, there's no way that they could have learned that, saw that, because he was not there. He was not an influence. So even in then I was like, oh my God, so much more comes to us than we're even aware of that they even know about yet or can validate. Because this is what I tell people, just like that box of crayons when you're in kindergarten and you think that that box is 8 sticks big and that's as big as it's getting, and then you get to junior high and you find out you got 24, 46 crayons, and then you get to college and you got like infinite, right? Just because you weren't aware of it doesn't mean that it wasn't always in play or existing right there with you this whole time, always. And this is what I love. If you're open to just be open to see, open to maybe even try and prove me wrong, be open to that and see where you get led.
And that's good. Like, too, on the flip side, like, I love what you just said about like, it's always been there. Just because you haven't been aware of it doesn't mean that it hasn't been there. And that could be true for like the good too. Like, there's so much more abundance out here for us. There's so much more like things that you can receive. You're just not aware of it. Like, just take, for example, I always use this example because it's like the most simple to understand. If you're a type of person who's like, I always hurt by my relationships. People always do me wrong. I can never find a guy to do me right. So if that's your mindset and that's what you're open to, that's what you're open to receiving, because that's one, what you're focused on, and two, that's all you're willing to see. So of course, like, if a guy did try to come along who was going to treat you right, who was going to go above and beyond, you wouldn't know how to, one, maintain it, or two, even know what to look for when you saw him, because you're so stuck in that. But it's always been there for you to get. Like, God always wanted, whatever you believe in. I'm a Christian, I believe in God, but if you believe in whatever else, the universe, whatever else, that's fine. But whoever you pray to, like, it's always been there for you to receive. Like, you just were not aware of it because you're so stuck in your traumas and the way you think. So you really have to be open to like the good of the universe. Like, and I am really big on that. Like, no matter how I feel about life or the tough situations I've been through, I'm always open to seeing it differently, because there's so much abundance out here and there's so much love that people have to give, and people are willing to just here, take it. Like, if you're just open to receiving it. But if you're not like even aware of it or even tuning your energy to it, you're not going to attract it. Like, because you're not even vibrating at the level of it. So it's really important that you're aware of like the type of energy that you're putting out, that you're aware of how you're thinking about situations, because exactly how you think about that situation, that's exactly how it's going to play out for you.
Well, it's a quantum physics fact, hon. It is a quantum physics fact that all is energy. So when people wonder how to shift their life, then you have to ask yourself, first off, what am I saying to myself repeatedly? What am I thinking? Because it's what you think and what you verbalize that is coming to creation, and it really will create. And this is what I tell people. I love it. So this is like when you go to God in prayer or even throughout your day, you are like creating your Santa Claus list. So this is why I love it when people talk about energy, and it does, or source, whatever, that it doesn't know the difference between not, or this is what I want and don't want. It just knows what you keep saying. So if you keep saying, I don't know why, I don't want my car breaking down no more. And then all it says is like breaking down. And that's what keeps coming on your Santa Claus list. And so it's like, okay, well, I guess if you keep wanting me to break down your car, if you want to keep getting that rude server at the restaurant, if you want to keep getting, because that's what I better not. And people talk like, and people don't realize that the energy that they put behind their words amplifies their creative process. And so when you get really angry or get really excited, it is vibing almost at the same pace. And when you're saying, well, guess what you just created? Fast and hard. So when you start realizing that it's okay, yes, we all receive moments of impact. We all get angry. We all get upset. But in those times, don't be saying stuff. Don't be thinking, just be like, just breathe, and realize that it's always perfect. That's what I always tell myself, even when it doesn't look like or feel like it, it's always perfect. And then what do you want? Because the reason why you're getting triggered or having this experience or having this awareness is because God is trying to help you get what you keep asking for. So remember that when these times come, you get to remind yourself that it's coming to either teach you, to motivate you, or to protect you. So when you get that hit with whatever happened, you're go right back into, oh, so then what do I want? So even though sometimes we have like accidents and somebody hits us with their car, right? It's normal to react and be like, what the freak or whatever. But the reality is that's a response that we don't want to continue, because what we want to go back into is that, oh my gosh, am I safe? Are they safe? Why, you know what I mean? And go into a place of something that is helpful and then go, okay, what can I do now? How can I do this? Was I talking on my phone? Well, maybe I shouldn't have been texting when I was driving, or you know what I mean? Whatever, because it's only coming to help you. And then create what you want.
Yeah, for sure. So something I want to also talk about, because we're telling people like the good of it, but we're not really telling them how to fix it. So one thing I really want to focus on is like what I do to fix those negative trains of thoughts, or like fix my energy with things. So one, I listen to high vibe music. I don't listen to music that has a lot of negativity in it. Like I'm not gonna lie, I used to listen to a lot of artists that like, hype trap, like let's go shoot me. I don't even do that or live that type of lifestyle, but I used to listen to that music and I realized the type of energy that it would bring, or like the way they would talk about women. And well, I'm not gonna lie, I still sometimes, if I'm going out,
I know. If a group hits you, what are you gonna do?
Listen to it like continuously. So most of the time, like majority of the time, the type of music I listen to motivates me. It inspires me. It makes me feel good. I journal it out. So let's just say, for example, I'm feeling unsupported in my bill. Like I wasn't able to pay my bill on time. I reframe that. Instead of saying like, dang, I wasn't able to pay my bill on time and now I feel like I'm irresponsible and now I feel like this is it. I say, no, I am fully supported. God supports me and he will provide everything that I need. And I get into that energy rather than the other energy. So it's really about reframing the way you look at things can change your life. And this is what we're talking about, not just like, hey, let's be positive, let's do this. Like, this is how you actually do it.
Like, it's so easy.
The way you think about things. You have to look at the situation differently. Even if the person has wronged you, even if the situation was your fault or whatever, like just change the way you see the situation so you can change the energy around the situation, and then you can change your thoughts around it, then you can change the way you speak about it, and then that changes your life. So just wanted to put that out there just in case someone was curious about like, oh, they keep talking about this, but they're not telling me how to do it.
Exactly. And then it's so crazy because really when this is what I love. I learned 3 different versions of the Bible because I just loved it. And so one of the things it always says, you got to capture every thought and make it obedient. And so how do you make it obedient? You have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. And your words is your sword, right? That's your sword that you are cutting through life with. So if you aren't prepared with what to do with that sword when the times come, then it's going to be swinging and it's going to be throwing out some stuff that isn't helpful. But when you take the time to prepare, so for me, I already know I got issues. What did I have issues? Because I got financial issues from both of my parents who both felt like they never had enough money, right? So these are the things, just like you said, Tiff. I get prepared because I already knew. I started making a list every time I started getting, like, so say for instance, I suffered from depression. I thought I was depressed, y'all, for so long, but I wasn't depressed. I was just full of energy. I was filled with other people's energy, but getting clear on these things is so helpful. So I used to, when you're in that depressive state, you're like, oh, life sucks. Oh, I wish I had more money, or whatever it is. Why does none of my clothes fit me? And we go through these things in our head. So as you capture each thought, you start slowly. And for me, I didn't even know what the opposite was. So I had to Google. I was like, Google, what's the opposite of depression, really? Because I had to start getting, I don't even know how to make the statement to attract what I wanted. So that's how I started. I started with all of the things that I didn't like, that I didn't want to have, that I kept saying, I don't know why them and this and that. And then I started saying the I am statements around that. So I am more than supported. I have more than enough money. I get paid to go everywhere I want to go. I get paid to do everything I want to do. And you start getting excited about these new statements, because if it doesn't excite you, then you're not doing it right, because it needs to have a vibration that's empowering, exciting. And so for me, like for instance, my bank account started off with probably some minuses, some zeros. It wasn't pretty. So was it easy to start going, oh, I have more than enough money in the bank? I got so many checks in the mail. No, it was not easy. No, it wasn't. It was hard. And so I started over and over with, okay, now what? Now what am I going to use now? What's going to be the other thing, right? Hey, Jenny out there in Clubhouse land. Hopefully we're not doubling our sound, because we're trying to figure out the sound. So please put in the chat if you're hearing double people in Clubhouse.
Are you hearing double?
So going back to, just start creating the things that are opposite. So I know that my car, it was breaking down. I know my tires were going out. Oh, I have such a sturdy car that always gets me to where I want to go. And you just start, because when you have the list ready, then you're going to be ready for when it hits you. Because if you don't have that list prepared before, when you're in that moment, it's really freaking hard. It's hard to start the shift. So you just start with the little things, and first start noticing when you're unhappy, and then start going, gosh, why don't I feel good? Oh, because all these dumb people at work keep irritating me. Well, then you start saying, oh, I'm so grateful that I have such wonderful, supportive coworkers. I am so grateful. And that word, you have to add those. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Because if that's what creator gets love, because what does he want? Over and over, he says, gratitude. Honor me, love me, just love me.
Gratitude goes far. And even if you're not in the situation you want to be in right now, like, you can find like something to be thankful about. Like you were saying with your bank account, even if it is in the negatives, be thankful that you do have a bank account. Be thankful that you're breathing and alive to even think of another opportunity to make money and attract another. Like, you have to really, like, I know it gets hard sometimes to really find the positive in things. Trust me, I get it, because I mean, there are a lot, but you really have to go to the nitty gritty sometimes. Like, sometimes all I'm thankful for is like, okay, God, I'm thankful that I'm even just alive and well, because I know some people did not wake up this morning. I'm thankful that my grandfather is still alive and he's still well and he's lit. Like, those are sometimes all I can be thankful for in some moments, or that I feel like I'm thankful for. But like, you really have to remain in gratitude no matter what, because it can always be worse. Like, no matter how bad your situation is, it can always be worse, but it can also always be better. But it can always be a lot worse. So just be thankful that, you know, you still have something left regardless of what the situation is. And I had to tell myself that this morning, because I'm like, I'm just being completely transparent. I am at my aunt's house right now because my apartment is not ready. I have not been able to find a good apartment that I wanted that had all the things like, oh, I need an updated appliance. Oh, I need this. Like, I'm just super picky about everything. So, I've been like, dang, like I feel like I've been kind of off of my own routine and not able to do things kind of how I want to do things. But then I switch that and I'm like, just because you're not in your own spot and it's the way you want it to be doesn't mean that you can't be grateful for this space, even if it's not what you want and it's not how you do everything. Like at the end of the day, you still have somewhere warm, safe to stay. You still have all your health and wellness products so you can use them. You still have like running water and able to exfoliate and have a good shower and things like that. So like sometimes, like I said, it's hard to find like the positive of the different situations that you go through, but you have to, because it only gets better if you try to see it better, if you make it better. You have to be very, very conscious of that. And I was watching a sermon yesterday too. I want to make a point of this. And he was saying, he's like, the enemy does a great job of trying to get you to think that he's more powerful than the good and God in the universe. Like he will try to make you see a situation. You'll be in the middle of a situation and he's putting up a mirror showing you like, oh, you're not worthy of this. Oh, you got yourself in this situation. It's bad. But God is saying like, no, if you're in this situation and you're facing this challenge, how strong do you have to be? Because he would not put you in anything that he's not going to bring you out of. So like, how strong do you have to be? What does he see in you that you don't see? Because he clearly put you in this situation. So there's something to learn from it. And it's going to make you better. It's going to build character and integrity and
Yes.
all of that. So you have to look at every situation like that as well. Like you were saying, let it teach you something and let it build character in you rather than thinking like, damn, I'm here.
Yeah, and because really, if you believe in source or creator, God, whatever, the Bible, you have to believe the words in it. And it says that he's here to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope and a future.
Woo!
Right? So when are you going to believe it? Because until you believe it, then you won't see the beauty in it. You won't see the refinement in it. You won't see that he's just trying to mold you, because that experience is helping empower you when you're ready. And I always go, I say people are in grades. I always like grades, and some people like to stay in first grade for way longer. And it's fine. Because second grade will be waiting for you whenever you're ready to quit playing.
Yeah. He's trying to give you the degree and you're still here trying to see if you're qualified to even get the education.
Exactly. And so, native ways, it's like you always get put in circles. And this is what they tell you is, so some of us are in, like all of us are in multiple circles, but some are in the circle of children and parenting, and some are in the circle of being a child, and some are in the circle of business and health and you know what I mean, and whatever, all of these other things that you got going on. And so the first half of your circle, it's for you to learn. But then once you get halfway through, you have to start teaching what you've learned somehow, some way, or you don't get it out of the circle. Yeah. And I don't like being stuck.
Me either.
I want to get out of the circle. Give me the lesson so that I can help teach others, so that I can get to my next level. Because that's where the money is. That's where the flow is. That's where smooth, gentle, comfortable, and harmonious is. That's where the freaking magic is. I don't know if you guys saw my post the other day, but it says, if your life isn't magical, you are not living your life purpose. Just saying. Are you going to have hard times? Yes. Do I still cry and die? Yes, I'm here and having a human existence. I'm a high sensitive. I feel things deeply. However, when you trust and believe that it's always perfect, that it's happening for your good, that it's happening for you, not to you. I love it. You know what I mean? Then you could take the power. You could go, okay. Some people give their power away. They want to be the leaf blown in the wind.
The leaf blown
No, give me my leaf, because I got me. I want to learn. Give me out of here.
Have a deep awareness to like let go in that way, because I already know I'm a control freak and it's been hard for me to let go. Like I am a certified
I got 20 years on you. I got 20
20
years of practice on you, girl. When you're as old as I am, girl, you ain't even going to be this old when you got it. Because trust, I'm a Capricorn. I'm a freaking Capricorn. In case you guys, I am the oddest Capricorn you're ever going to meet because I have so many air signs in my chart, but I am the list for the list of the list. We're born so old in spirit. Yeah, I wanted to control everything, but the things that happen with that is disease, because your emotional body doesn't want to control everything, and your physical body does not want to control everything. Your mind just does. And then that's how your body gets out of balance. And that's how the other things aren't in flow when you start really. And the thing is that the more you try to control stuff, that I've learned, then the less expansive you can be. Because when you're controlling, you're doing it from a human knowledge and awareness. When your true source, Spirit God, is doing his best to expand you, and he can only do that if you're open to not be in control.
Yeah, and something you just said, this came to me when you said disease. That's dis-ease. So it's not easy. It's not flowing. It's not just going how it should be, like easy. Like, so that's what that literally means if you break it down.
And that's why I always, words have power. I'd like to break them out, just like L off of earn. If you want to learn, if you want to earn, you got to learn. And this is why this is such a catchword for me. People all think they're spiritual and throw around the word intention all the time. Oh, and your intention. Well, do you want to be intention? I don't want to be intention no more. People, please raise your awareness and stop saying that freaking word. That is like one of those catchwords that I think Satan put out there just to trip us up. Because as long as we're saying try, you're never going to get there. Because as long as you're trying, you're not doing. You got to take that out of your vocabulary. As long as you are wanting to be in tension, then you are not in purpose, in passion, or in desire. Get in purpose, passion, and desire. Get out of tension. People, that's a freaking trigger word for me. No, I got triggered.
No, that makes a lot of sense, because it's either you're doing something or you're not doing something. There's no trying. So yeah, I totally
you can always say the exact same sentence without that word.
Yeah, I gotta be more cautious of what I'm saying too, because I say try. Like, it's either you're doing or you're not doing. Period.
And how do you know? How do you know if you don't know? Whoever told you? You know what I mean? Because we didn't. Did you learn that in school? I didn't learn it in school.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from.
School of Hard Knocks. That's my school, but not no more. I'm the school of smooth, gentle, comfortable, and harmonious.
Yes. Yeah. He said.
Yes. And so this is where it goes back to what you started off this whole topic with, was awareness that your body is your body to fix. It's not your man's or your woman's or whoever is around you. It ain't your bosses. It ain't your kids. It ain't your mamas. It ain't your daddies. No, they're the ones who inflicted all the trauma and drama. So do you think they're really gonna? Okay, yeah. So no, when you get into your uniqueness, and I ain't saying all of the parents are bad. No, because we all are. We're all unique beings. And we all have our polarities. For as hard as I love somebody put, one of my friends, she put out a post today. As for as deep as I support and love is the exact stream the opposite can be. Because that's how it works. Life, everything, all energy has its opposite. It's the way we're all built.
Yeah,
but we're built unique.
Be more intentional.
Be more purposeful.
Be more purposeful in what you're choosing. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like for me,
purpose.
I feel like it's the energy behind the word, how you see it. For me, the word intentional means that like I am focused on something. Like,
oh,
so,
I
like,
know, because
the energy around it.
Yeah. You're the junior high still. I've already gone to master class. So you're still in the smaller crayon box with that word. And it's fine, because I'm just here to raise awareness. And guess what that's going to do? Now you're going to keep thinking about it until you come to your own thing. And this is what I love. I love impact. People love me or they hate me, and that's fine. As long as I cause you to think. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's what I'm here to do. I have Heyoka medicine.
Yeah, we're all learning at our own paces. We're all learning at our own paces.
And us Heyokas, we carry this medicine. Heyokas, we're the sacred clowns of the natives. We're here to get everybody out of their ego. We're here to disrupt their patterns. And that's why some of my words will just make people go, what? And then, and then it'll sit there and it'll stew, because it had to disrupt that so that you can expand that awareness. And now you are, because now you're going to start. And do I like intent? I like intent, but people don't say intent. Intent is very different than intention. And now I want you, when you're working out or whatever, and when you're in flow, I want you to say intent and see how your body feels. And I want you to say intention and pay attention to how it makes your emotional body feel and your physical body feel in comparison, because this is how you start playing with it.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to know? You start playing the game. It's fun. Yeah. It's great. Yeah. I take people on energy experiences to places. So like here in Colorado, we have this Red Rocks amphitheater, and it's this beautiful, it's literally cut into this Red Rock Canyon, and they built this amphitheater. And so people like to go in there and run and exercise, but it doesn't release the energy. So I take people into there while all these people are running up and down and doing their exercises, because it's beautiful and stuff. And I go say, see how it feels.
Yeah.
And then we go outside of there. And then I was like, okay, so now how do you feel? Mm-hmm. And then it's crazy.
I want to also note too this. God works with all of us differently. So if we're saying anything that like this works for us, it may not work for you. Like for me, like the high vibe music, the journaling, these things work for me, and this is what God has told me. But if you feel like God is calling you to do it in a different way, maybe he'll talk to you while you're walking, maybe he'll talk to you while you're in the shower, whatever it may be, you do that. We're just speaking from our own experiences. So I did want to note that like,
yes,
we
thank
are
you.
not the know all be all. We can't, we're not God in you. We don't know how God is speaking to you. So, no, seriously, because I feel like sometimes like that has held me up in my own spiritual journey, being from church and being a Christian. Like they tell you it's this way, it's this way, it's this way, when honestly it's your own way. Like I'm just here to be an example and what God has done for me, and hopefully it inspires you to grow your relationship with him so that he can tell you how to do you. So I just want to put that out there. So I am not a master of anything. I am not the know all be all. I do not want to pretend like I am. Like I just want to share from my experience and hopefully inspire you to go have your own relationship with God.
Exactly.
And figure out what works for you.
Definitely. Thank you for that. I know, because that Joe used to drive me crazy, especially like with meditation. Everyone was all, and then finally somebody goes, you can meditate when you're walking. Some people meditate when they're dancing. And I was like, well, snap, because I'm a dancing meditator. I ain't
it all works different for everyone. Like,
yes, and that's why
some people can visualize. Like I can visualize, and I love visualizing. Some people say they can't. They close their eyes and they can't see anything. Like, so it really just depends on the person and what God has, like, the gifts he's given you and the different, avenues that
and the thing is what's been awakened and what hasn't been awakened, because it's just like other things that the closer or the more work you do on it, then you start realizing that you're having different experiences. And this is why I always say we're all a recipe. Some of us have flour, some of us have almonds, some of us have salt, some of us have sugar. We all are such a unique recipe. And even we can all be born from we could be siblings, same parents, whatever, and it will not matter. We all are so unique and different. And just because we're siblings, I even know twins that I've worked with that one needed to rest and do yoga, and the other one was like me, crazy dance one. It's like they split their atoms. So it's, again, there's no right or wrong. Just start feeling. And again, this is why I go feel, don't think. And this is where we have to move away from thinking, because the mental body has been protecting us, and that psyche needs to evolve. Really, the psyche of the planet is still in survival mode. But we do not need to survive. There are no more dinosaurs. There are no more crazy things that are going to eat us. We just got to survive from each other, right?
Yeah.
And survive other humans, really. But when
we're crazy.
Yes. So until we evolve the psyche, there's a reason why we keep getting these weird feelings. And this is why, and this is the mind. And now when we go into the more of feeling and going into what excites us and knowing and reminding ourselves we're safe, that we are in a place of expansion. And is it going to be uncomfortable? Yes, but that's your body evolving. Just like when you grow, you have growing pains. Yes, it feels that way as you learn, as you grow, as you heal, because you are no longer the same person. Every time you learn something new, you have integrated new energies. You have created new neural pathways. You have done all of these cellular revamp every time you learn something new. So of course it's going to feel different. It's beautiful.
Well, I love that you said that because it is different. And I feel like, too, we also can't expect something to happen overnight. So say if you're learning this right now, if we're talking to you and this is the first time you're ever hearing this information, please don't expect that tomorrow your life is going to be completely different. Like, you have to work it. You have to work it again. What works for me works for me. What works for you, what works for Trey works for Trey. What works for you, whatever. But you really have to just like, hopefully we're exposing you to this and inspiring you, and like this makes you go on your own journey. So it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be something like, oh, I listened to the music and I did this, so now it's going to be this. Like, no, you really have to work it, and now that you're aware, you can keep bringing more awareness into it and keep like just flowing with the journey. It's a journey. Like, life is a journey. Like,
amen, sister.
Yes. You will forever be learning. You will forever be figuring things out. We are all still learning. Like, it does not, so I just want to make sure people are aware of that too. Like, tomorrow, if this is your first time hearing it or new information that you're listening to, your life is not going to be completely different tomorrow.
Yeah. I've been working this thing. I have been doing my best to heal in any way possible for over 20 years. I don't know how long I did therapy at the psychologist. I went to a psychologist for, I don't know, off and on, different ones over the years. I, learned and getting in the church, getting involved in all the different groups and taking the overcomers class, and each thing healed the next thing that gave me new information and the next little piece. And it's like me, it's like 1,000 billion piece puzzle that you're trying to make. And you got a few little pieces figured out, but there's still so many more. So just know you just keep finding the next one wherever. And this is, again, you want the next one? Just start giving gratitude. Thank you for my next teacher. Thank you for my next healer. Thank you for my next book. Thank you for my next thing that's going to serve my highest and greatest good for myself and everyone around me. This is what I put around everything I say, everything I've learned. So this is how you start weeding out the people who are not of integrity, the people who are takers, the people who are not in alignment with your soul mission. You just start saying thank you that all the people are around me. It serves my highest and greatest good and their highest and greatest good. Thank you. I'm always surrounded by people.
Oh, I love that one. That's a good one.
Of integrity.
Because it can get frustrating. I know for myself, when I started on my own journey or started being more aware, it can get frustrating when you think things are supposed to change right away. So I just thought that was really important to say.
Yesterday!
You're always learning. Like, even now, I'm sure you're still learning. So it's like you want people to know and be very transparent with people so they're not thinking that we're misleading or anything. You're like,
oh, trust me, you'll see my face. You'll see my face. I cry and die.
Very transparent. That's all you're going to get.
It's worth it, though.
So
it's worth it for the healing. Please don't stop. Just keep doing the next step. Ask for help. Get support. Do all the things that you keep telling yourself not to do.
Yeah.
That's what because this is how you got to break those cycles. We have all been programmed to be independent, to be self-sufficient, self, not self-aware. Let's be self-aware.
I like that one.
And collaborate and support. Because in my life, I want supportive, encouraging inner circle. That's trustworthy, loving, and kind. I've worked hard to gain people like Tiffany in my life. I earned her. Hear me loud and clear, everybody. I earned Tiffany. She did not just come from not working. No, her beautifulness came from my cleaning up my life so that I could attract a like-minded person who wants to heal others, wants to empower others, she shows up for me hard. And you would think we've known each other for a long time, but our souls have known each other in other lives, but this life we just met.
They were waiting to meet.
Like a couple weeks ago, less than a month ago, we met, and it's fire. So this is when you know, and then you get to have fun and laugh, and
it just flows. Oh my gosh, when it just flows, you just know, like
it's easy, right? It's so easy.
Life is easy when you start to really be in tune. Life is easy. The opportunities will come to you, like it will slap you in the face, chase you down because it wants you. What you want wants you back. Like all of your desires, like anything that you want on this earth, it wants you back. Like, and it's begging you to take it seriously. So you have to just do the work to get to it. Like, so that's pretty much all I have. Like, take it one day at a time. One day at a time. If one day is too much, take it 1 hour at a time. Like, seriously.
I know.
With this, like, it's a journey. Like, you and God, or it's you and God, you and Source.
Yep. However you need to get there, just stay on your journey, you guys. We have already gone over our time, even though we was messing around for the first 5 or 10 minutes, but we're getting this down. So I send you guys so much love. I thank you all, you guys, for your comments. I figured out how to pin them. Did you see that? I was pinning comments.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
So thank you, Ray, and Nikki Smalls, Crystal. I love you guys. I love your support. I am so grateful. I'm so supported in life. And so this is Trey with some Trey Talk with beautiful Tiffany. TNT.
Yes.
Bomb.com.
Thank you guys. They could have been anywhere else in the world right now, but they chose to be with us. So we love you guys. Thank you. And we'll be back next week.
We can't wait to see you next week. Thank you.
Every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Amen. Love you guys. Okay, Miss Tiff, I'm